It's already on. You're good to go, Tom.
Oh, all right. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, so welcome to a lovely Sunday morning with physical utility, double and system, and the rest of you guys. Thank you for coming along. So, basically, this AMA is going to be about the season pass 3.69. Insert laughter here. Double. How about you tell us about physical utility and start from the top?
Sure thing. Thank you, Tama. I want to give a special shout out to The Wire, Wild Tama, one of our very valued mods on co-hosting this with me today. I appreciate her work very much. Thank you. And of course, the system, praise the system. He runs all, knows all, sees all, is doing all behind the scenes to make sure that we can bring you all this content. What is up? What's up, everybody? This is Double from Physical Utility. Today is an extreme hype day. But before we get into all the spice, I will give you what Tama requested, and that is that who are we? Well, if you're here, you know. And if you don't know, now you know. We are Physical Utility, and this is Double telling you about how awesome it is to stop pulling out your phone and start pointing out your walls on the amazing works of art that you can create from your NFTs and digital artwork using Physical Utility. Our mission is to empower the world of NFTs through, you guessed it, Physical Utility. And we offer a wide range of products to help bring creators and collectors alike their collections to be incentivized and their communities to be hyped with things such as metal posters, glass prints, canvas prints, apparel, and so much more. That's just a little bit about Physical Utility.
All right, thank you very much. So basically, why did you decide to start getting into all of this? Like, what's led up to these 3 seasons? And are you going to be here for a very long time? Or are you here for just a season? Like, what are we expecting in this?
Well, first and foremost, I ain't fucking leaving. I'm never leaving. I'm never going anywhere. Physical Utility is not going anywhere. And I stand by that forever. I have already received offers on our domain alone for physicalutility.com. And I don't have plans to sell it. I plan on giving this to my kids one day. So you can expect content from us regularly and constantly. As far as why season passes, the one word answer: bots. We all hate bots. We all hate scalpers. We all hate the people that take control of all the power from the Genesis or the first launch collection of any project. And it brings a negative stigma around a council, which is what the purpose of our season passes are, to build an internal council of real members that are not only engaged but well versed in the space and can help advise Physical Utility into the future. And so when we launched the season 1 and season 2, we very clearly stated that these would only be a few month long project, a few month long season. Season 1 was 3 months. It was 1,000 LRC, and there were 10 total minted that sold out. Season 2.5 was 2,222 LRC for the same 3-month period. And we had a lot of negative criticisms about that. And we stuck to our guns. The reason for that is we love to test the love from our community. And so we always underpromise and overdeliver. That only translates to people that are involved and engaged with us. The bots and the scalpers don't see that. So they all avoided us, and we have a very strong central council of total of 18 members now, and 19 members now. And so by underpromising with 3 months of small bit content and over delivering over 6 months plus premium drops plus physical goods plus all of the items promised throughout the season passes, we've been able to really create a rapport and a, how do I say, a proper definition for what a management of an NFT project should be doing to deliver to their communities. So season passes, short answer to your question, were a way for us to cut up the group and find the real players rather than introducing to the masses first.
All right. That was really informative, actually. So basically, we're on season 3.69. Oh, what did season 1 and season 2 give value wise to the NFT holders? Because we've already heard what value they brought to you in the project.
I love that. I love that. How are we giving back to these esteemed and valued members? In season 1, it was all about the digital. We wanted to introduce physical utility to the world without sounding like a bunch of shills, because we are also DGen, we are also collectors, we've also been here since day one. I'm speaking specifically about GameStop Marketplace launch day one. And so we understand the pains and the shills and the bullshit. And so we wanted to introduce Chips, our glorious NFT collection that allows all users of all sizes from anywhere around the world to engage in our raffles, experiences, games, challenges, and more. And when we launched Chips, we did that side by side with season 1 so that we can have the original 10 members who have dubbed themselves the X-Men. Probably just got flagged for saying that. And these members help decide the journey of Chips, which elements would release first, which would come next, and subsequently the consequences of all those decisions that have formed the physical utility Chips metagame as we know it today. So season 1 was about building our foundation. And that's not to say there was no physical. They also received monthly physical goods per element. They have one still that's a premium item to be added onto the physical utility website at a later date that they will also be receiving for free. And so they utilize the elements that they unlocked to also unlock physical goods. And then for season 2, there was a shift in the method, if you would. We wanted to go more physical. And so by acquiring a council seat and being part of the season 2, not only are they going to be receiving their very nice physical utility swag box, merch box, which is coming with, I think it's now 9 to 12 different items, including wireless charging pads, stickers, magnets, coasters, and a lot more. I won't go into full detail because, save it for the spice. And not only were these merch boxes designed and selected, both the products and the layout, by the council members, but they also helped us in shifting the business more into a front end experience as well. By taking advice from the council and by working with them in the different fields that, everyone in the Web3 works in something different, whether it's legal, whether it's a gym, whether it's a garbage man, whether it's a teacher. I mean, we have people from doing all things. And so we've been able to see exactly how and where physical utility would be most valued and most utilized in the real world to help bridge that Web 2 and Web 3. And we've been able to speak with them about putting physical utility metal posters with QR codes directing to websites and education sites in different businesses. That has really helped catapult us ahead. And most recently, the last bit that they've helped us with as well is deciding on how to break out of this big fish in a little pond. And by that, I mean getting more L1 eyes and more eyes across the NFT verse onto L2, understanding the cheap, if not virtually zero fees, and understanding that NFTs can do more than just sit in your wallet, and they can actually be utilized for greater goods.
All right. Thank you very much for that rundown. Now that we got season 1 and season 2, can you give us some spice about what season 3 is going to bring for pass holders?
Yes, absolutely. It's why we're here. This is the fun we want to have. So for season 3.69, ha ha ha. for this season, we wanted to do our entire project in reverse. Our tagline for this project is Season 3.69, the PFP project in reverse. And by that, I mean, you've seen thousands, I'm sure, if not more, of PFP projects across all chains, across all marketplaces, all making you promises on how they will give you utility after the fact, on how owning this will unlock so much utility, on how being a part of this club with this specific PFP is going to get you XYZ. And many of these projects have succeeded in beautiful fashion, partnered with over 40 creators now, both in the L1 and L2 space, that have done tremendous things. But the one bit that Physical Utility wants to break and wants to change here is that we showed all of our utility, our capability, our, customizability first and foremost. And now, at the end of the first year of Physical Utility, we'll be showing you our PFP project. So it's very much in reverse, so that those coming on board don't need to hear about future promises. Rather, they understand the full-fledged foundation that is Physical Utility, and that should give them that much more excitement about the PFP project.
All right. So we all know what PFPs are, and we all know like that's something we really, really like. We like the customization, like you said. We like owning, and we like having extra value piled onto that. In this regard, it brings to mind with Physical Utility. Does this mean that by owning a PFP from Physical Utility, we're going to be able to get merch associated with that?
Not only merch, because that's a given considering who we are and what we do, but we're also working on IP and streamlined applications that allow you, the holder, to turn your PFP into an entire business utilizing Physical Utility and generating you passive income or active income if you're hustling to create your specific PFP into a full-fledged IP.
That is very, very spicy. Thank you very much. And moving on in that regard, because you have mentioned your partners and all that, and that the fact that everybody who has a season pass is kind of in a pseudo partnership with you, especially moving forward in this next season. What are things you like you want to avoid?
I want to avoid noise. I don't want red tape or a lot of micro decisions to slow down the project or the council. Rather, I want them to focus on the grander and the larger. And so, really, what I don't want is for this just to be seen as another PFP project. And rather, I want it to be seen as a promise in reverse with deliverables up front and an introduction into L2. Although the Season 3.69 Pass NFT will be minted on Loop Exchange, on Loop Ring Layer 2, as all of our NFTs have been, our future, the actual PFP project itself, will be minted on Layer 1 Ethereum and listed on OpenSea, as decided by the council themselves.
All right. And I do think that is a really good decision. So kudos on them. Basically, when you look at the PFP project, you looked at all the value you've already brought to all your holders. And then you look at other collabs that have done the similar PFP they launched first. Now that you've seen both sides, what do you think are the best parts that are coming?
Because we've been able to experience so many different projects ourselves, right, as collectors. And then, as you said, been able to work with our partners on how they do their launches and such. We really did get a keen insight into what are the favorite pieces, favorite utilities, the favorite bits that go along with a PFP project, right? Whether it's the pose, the number of customizable traits, the color or the art style. And so with this in mind, again, I repeat, we wanted to use our PFP project as an introduction into everything that physical utility, chips, and the underground is. And so we will be moving forward with our favorite niche of PFP bounty hunters.
All right, all right. And can you give us any details about time, amount, and then like quantity?
The PFP project, those deets will be coming out here over the next 30 days. So I can't give those out yet. But what I can give today are more details about the season 3.69 pass. And so a couple of notes. If you already hold a season 1 or a season 2 pass, you will automatically receive the season 3 perks without having to purchase anything. That's first and foremost. We don't, like I said, we created seasons as a deterrent, more so like a test of your fealty, if you would, yes. And so we're not trying to stack months and stack bills on our already holders. You never have to worry about that. So if you have a season 1 or a season 2, you are locked in. We welcome you into the new season. As for people that purchase a season 3.69 pass, those will be listed on Loop Exchange this month. The price for these will be 1,555 LRC, 1555. These will be the last season. This will be the last season ever. There will never be any future seasons. So what that means is, number one, any of the season passes 1, 2, or 3 that were ever not sold were burned. So anything that exists is exceptionally rare. Number 2, that is the only way to acquire a council seat. And number 3, these will be lifetime passes, as the original season 1 were, meaning that if you hold one of these season 1, 2, or 3 NFTs, you will always hold your council seat and, of course, your additional perks, discounts, and rewards with physical utility. The only fine print that I put there is, of course, we don't allow any abuse, negativity of a derogatory sort, or just don't be an asshole, right? If you're going to come into private channels and just start shit talking at everybody, you will then obviously be removed. But other than that, yes, these will be lifetime passes.
All right. Thank you very much for answering that. In regards to season 2, if season 3.69 doesn't fully mint out, are you going to burn the remainders?
Yes, absolutely.
All right. Okay. Well,
As is tradition, we'll always hold one in the PU wallet. We still hold one original season 1 and one original season 2. So we'll hold one season 3 in the PU wallet, of course. But other than that, no, what is minted will be minted, and that is it. And they will be very limited quantity. I can't confirm the number right now. It's still being discussed, actually, but it is going to be either 25 or less total mints of season 3.
all right. Thank you very much. So I want to open the floor up to questions. If anybody has any questions, feel free to unmute yourself or write in chips your questions.
Yes, please. If you want to unmute yourself, you're welcome to shout it out. Love having you here. I'm looking now at I don't really look down at the phone. I'm just talking to try and keep it organic because I want to be real with all of you. And damn, there's a lot of people here. So that's really cool. In our council channel, we have some questions. I'm going to run down a couple of these, Tama, real quick, if I may.
Oh, go ahead.
Excuse me. Should we consider the season passes like a VIP pass for the life of the project? Yes, 100%, absolutely. So certain perks that will last forever are things like your council seat. All council members also receive a 15% discount on all things physical utility. They also get a lot of little perks that I'm sure they wouldn't like me just shouting out, but they are very well taken care of. I stand by the council with everything that I have. So if you ever have a question about whether or not they have been happy or satisfied, please ping them in the cantina and ask them your damn self. Number 2, what happens to pass holders after we pass the 1-year mark? After that happens, I expect there to be a very nice reward for the final holders of any of those passes as a celebration. Yes. Furthermore, all the perks that I just mentioned will also remain. How much is 3.69? It's a 1555 LRC. How do you plan to leverage the council as a part of the future vision? Oh, it's a great question. So, number 1, the council has already been making decisions about the end of year PFP project, such as what chain we're going to, what marketplace we're going to, and next the council will be deciding on specific weapons and or traits that will be discussed in their private channels. If you acquire a season 3, then you will also have, whenever you do acquire is when you'll have access to that channel, right? Because they are token gated. So then you'll have access to those votes, depending on how fast you acquire your season 3.69 pass. But you'll also be deciding quite a few fun details about the future Bounty Hunter PFP project. Will season 3.69 receive the same loot box as season 2 holders? No, you will not. Only season 2 holders will receive the physical loot box. Do season pass 2 holders need to purchase 3.69 pass? No, you do not. Like I said, if you have a 2, you're already locked in for 3. GG. If so, what would the benefit be? Well, if so, then that means you would stack, right? So, one major perk that comes with season 3.69 acquiring this pass off of Loop Exchange is that you will get 1 free mint, not a whitelist, not a 1 free mint of our Bounty Hunter PFP project. So if you have a season 2, you'll already get 1, right? Because you already grandfathered in. And if you acquire season 3, then you'll get 2. And of course, the higher chance on some very rare traits. Do season pass 2 holders need? Oh, I just read that. Haha. When meetup in Austin, Texas? Well, I'll tell you what. Meetups are definitely on our roadmap. I very much invite everyone here to check out our roadmap on our website, physicalutility.com, and click about us, our story, and right there is the roadmap that definitely has meetups being planned. When are we getting fucked up together at the same time as a meeting? When are we? Okay, no, I'm not asking that. What's one thing you like about this season pass compared to the others? That's interesting because they're all 3 so different. I say this one, probably my favorite detail is the ability to customize the future PFP project. As you imagine, as you guys are already all here, you understand the underground, you understand the lore, the method. The whole cantina is a cross between John Wick meets Mandalorian, and so we try to keep that as how do I say, variety filled as we can, right? So, example, one spice that I can give you here is that each element will play a factor into your PFP. Spice here. Those are the questions I've read. You got some for me, Tama?
Yes. Dario is asking utility drops.
Utility drops. Yes. Okay, so those will be rolled out to the council first and foremost. beginning with our prototype items. What this means is another perk of having a council seat is that you gain access to our physical utility prototypes, meaning we have shirts, hoodies, hats, 3D prints, random products, bags, purses. I can keep naming shit. Point is, we have a bunch of stuff that we test and that we try and that we attempt to bring full-fledged for all of you NFT collectors and creators. And these prototypes, normally I would just give away IRL. And after I talked about this one time in the council, they were like, "We want it!" And so I'm happy to just give it to you guys. I mean, it's the only cost to me is shipping, right? So it's not that big of a deal. And so that'll be one of the first perks going into utility drops, and utility drops will be rolling out to council. As far as when, the most difficult part about that when is the visual gratification. I know that you want to have a visual representation of what it is you have a chance at winning, or what you actually win, or what you acquire with a utility drop. That would just make it that much better to see on screen. Yo, I'm getting this. You know what I mean? But it's proven exceptionally difficult to do, and upon further testing, our community is very, very clever. And so we have found that some people have been able to game the system. And I would never dare to speak about the system, but this system. Shopify is not as advanced as the system. And so I'm still working on those main pieces. As soon as I can get those resolved, then beta testing will be rolled out for council.
All right. And Dario, just wanted to clarify, those boxes are going to be for the council, the utility drops, or for the PFPs?
I didn't understand that.
The utility drops?
Yes.
Are they going to be for season holders or people who have the PFPs?
Utility drops, when they go out of beta and go full public, will be for anyone that is a chips holder. But in beta for testing, they'll be rolled out to council first.
All right. Thank you very much. Daria says that's cleared. If no further questions in chips, last call.
Yeah, please shout out those questions. I know we're going to have a couple as soon as we hang up. So tell me.
Yeah, right. In the meantime, while we let them write, we all know that we're in a sort of down market. Obviously, no market ever stays down forever. So I think that you're capitalizing very well on the audience that you have, the way that you did the season drops. What are you foreseeing roadmap wise once we do get going again?
You know, I get asked that a lot from quite a few of our partners, and I'll tell it to you the same way I tell it to them. And my answer to that is, what the hell are you talking about? I mean this very honestly. We don't plan things by the month or by the week or by the couple of months. We do things by the years. When we got invested into wanting to really push this and create this project, create physical utility, create this community, we had a very, very long sit down. The three of us, myself, Maria, and our third partner who runs the facility. And we wanted to make very clearly exactly how hard we were going to go, what we're willing to lose, what we're willing to do, and how far we're willing to go. And we all looked at each other and agreed that this is going to be the number one NFT one-stop shop for all things physical and all things utility coming into the future. So you tell me we're in a down market. My only reply to you is, hell, I've been getting a lot of work done. And you tell me, what do we do when we get pumped back up to hype? Well, I mean, then finally you guys will be using all the things that are there at your disposal already. And that just applies to the people that are not already on this Discord or not already on this call, because they're being introduced. All of you already know, all of you have been here. Our content in our server flows more frequently and more regularly than any other project I have ever seen myself. I'll challenge anyone to that. So let's talk about it. Find me another one so that I can take notes from them, please. And we're going to continue to do what we do.
All right, and I think that's exactly what everybody wanted to hear. Your roadmap seemed pretty ambitious, but I think having the physical side of it, having it all planned out, even if it's not concrete planned out, but knowing that you're going to stick with it is a real beneficial for the holders to know. So thank you for saying it out loud for everybody.
Yeah, hell yeah, always.
All right. It does not look like we have any further questions for now. I'm sure we're going to get a ton afterwards. So if you want to wrap it up.
Maria's on the call, yes? I believe.
I'm here.
Yes. Say something spicy about season 3.
I mean, there's really nothing else I can say that you've already said, so it's gonna be a fun one. Is that spicy?
Nope. You got to give him something. You'll put you on the spot. You got to give him something.
How about this? I have a question for you, Maria. Are you the one who is making all the PFPs?
I am not. So that's not something that I'm doing. Obviously, we all have our say in it, but it's a lot of work and we needed to bring some help. But I think everyone's going to be pleasantly surprised at the outcome because I think they look so awesome, and a lot of ideas went into this PFP. So there'll be a lot of variation. I'm trying to censor myself. There'll be a lot of variation and a lot to choose from. And it's something that I really don't see a lot of when it comes to PFPs, because I feel like they all kind of look similar. And these look so different. It's crazy. So yeah, I hope that was enough spice, I guess.
That was fantastic. I really appreciated that. I don't know how much I just put her on the spot, and none of you know, but she's so mad that I did that. But that was great. That was great. PFP blind reveals or traits shown up front? They will be blind. Yes? Okay. I believe that's it. I had one last question that was DM'd to me. When? That's helpful. So, season 3.69, the NFT pass will drop this month. As to when, I have yet to say it out loud, but I figure, I mean, no better time than now, right? So we have. Oh, nope, I'm not allowed to say it. Nope, not allowed to say. All right, I'm not allowed to say it. Sorry. I will tell you all the dates after our next forge. Is that fair? That's the best I can do.
Sounds great. And sorry for putting you on the spot, Maria. But thank you. That was super spicy.
It's all good.
All right.
Thanks, everybody.
We're good. Yeah, thank you all so much for being here. Thanks for being a part of the call. Thanks for the questions. If you guys want any more or need any more or have any more questions, please hit us up in the cantina. You know, you can always ping management. We're very excited about the future of this project. I'm most excited, I think, about seeing some new members join the council and getting some new perspectives. But again, we're keeping that very small and controlled for a reason. And so I think that it's going to be something really beautiful created by a lot of people that normally don't get their voices heard. And we're going to break that moving forward. Awesome. I cheers you all. Thank you again. This is Double from Physical Utility. Cheers you. Have a great weekend. And if you are hearing this on replay, thank you for spending so much time here and actually spending your Sunday listening to me speak or in the future. Cheers and have a great day.